Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Tonight, the Hale Designs 200 from Nashville Superspeedway, as we're one race away from the championship next Tuesday night. We'll let it all unfold here tonight and see who the top four is going to be next Tuesday night. But right now, I got to get qualifying out of the way. As we take a look at one of the first race cars on the speedway, that'll be the 12 car, New York native of Paul Smith, and the Ally Bank Cosmic Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. And we appreciate you for tuning in here tonight. Roger Diebold, one of the first cars to lay down a lap here tonight, a 29.35, 29935, excuse me. Roger Diebold, quickest so far. 88 car to be Josh Ball, second quick with a 30.088. He'll remain second quick on his second lap. Brandon Papatat out on the speedway. Brandon Papatat yet to lay down a lap. He'll come across and start the scoring. Trigger the timer here. As we continue to watch. Little trouble for Papatat. I don't know that lap. Adam Strone out on the speedway in that 9 Mountain Dew machine. His first lap of 30.288. Storm Patterson went to the top of the board. His last lap, the fastest lap, a 29887. 29887. Roger Diebold knocked down to third. Sawyer Ott jumps on the board with a 30.125 on lap number one for the JCOM Motorsports machine. As we come into the night, Josh Cully and Storm Patterson are locked in. Dave Matson goes second quick with a 29.89. Dave Matson jumps up to second quick. Raymond Rittenauer just pulled off the speedway. He'll be fourth quick out of the 14 cars that have taken time so far. Josh Cully and Storm Patterson locked in. To next week's championship race. Right now, coming in to tonight, Josh Ball, your points leader, 3 points ahead of Sean Bounty. Then we'll find Storm Patterson and Josh Cully. Roger Diebold, fifth. Sawyer Ott, Brandon Pampatat, and Matt Quick. Definitely Pampatat and Ott must-win situations. Roger Diebold sitting probably in that category as well. And in the driver's seat here tonight. Looks like only going to get 16 cars qualifying tonight. As we get ready to work through the grid here. Once again, we appreciate you for coming out and joining us here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Admins are going to go over the admin duty. Starting in row number 1, it'll be Ultimate Florida driver. The 6 of Storm Patterson to his outside will be the 09 of Dave Matz. And row number 2, Roger Diebold. And to his outside will be the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Row number 3 to the inside will be Kelvin Mosier into 43 to his outside. That'll be Josh Ball in that 88 car. Row number 4, Matt Cherry and Sawyer Ott. Row 5, Sean Bounty, the California native, into 34. Will start to the inside, to the outside. 66, Tyler, Texas native. That'll be John Garrett. Row number 6, Zachary Kreiser into 39. Adam Schroen in the 9 will start to the outside. Row number 7 will be the 12 of Paul Smith. Dan Half will start to his outside in the 32 car. Row number 8, Alex Little, Matthew Welsenbach. Row 9, it'll be Josh Cully. And the 89 of Matt Quick. Row 10, Brendan Papatat and Justin White. Row 11, with the 15 car of Tressenot to his outside. 74, Brian Wortman. Row number 12, Manning Gregory on the inside to his outside. The 29 car of Elaine Hughes. And that'll be your 24 car starting grid. We get ready to go here. Getting ready to go here. We'll delay the start here. Have one extra lap. We have the one to go signal now. His light's been extinguished around the racing surface. Dave Matson and the 6 of Storm Patterson on the front row. Getting set to do battle here at Nashville Superspeedway. We're glad you joined us as we get set to rock and roll here. Last chance for some of these guys to lock in. Who's going to join Storm Patterson, Josh Cully in the championship race next week? Green flag is out. The Hale Designs 200 is back green. Or excuse me, it's finally green. Storm Patterson off to an early lead. 38 of Roger Diebold to look inside. Now the 09 of Dave Matson. Diebold not going to be able to clear that 09 Navy machine as they exit turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Top 4 cars, single file in a line. It is Patterson, Matson, Diebold, Rittenauer, and Kelvin Mosier now in that top 5. Kelvin Mosier trying to hold on to that top 5 spot. Storm Patterson continues to lead. About a car length over the 09 of Dave Matson. 3 laps on the board, 151 the total distance here tonight at Nashville Superspeedway. The Hale Designs 200. Throw a blanket over that top 3 right now. Dave Matson washes high on turn number 4. He makes contact with an outside retaining wall. Roger Diebold going to use that to his advantage. He'll go to P2. Matson back to 3rd. Right now, looks like everybody pretty much single file. Take a look back here through the field. There is the 43 of Mosier. Lap 41 going to be the stage caution here tonight. Stage number 1. Roger Diebold trying to reel in that V-Speed 6 of Storm Patterson. '88 of Josh Ball lurking. Taking a peek at that 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Points leader coming into tonight in that Red Bull machine. Sean Bounty in that 34 car going to ride right behind him. And once again, if you're tuning in, the yellow spoilers and yellow banners. Oh, a big run Sean Bounty had. Had to get down on the binders to keep from tagging the tail end of the 88 machine. But the yellow spoilers and the yellow banners indicate your 8 playoff drivers. 2 of those, Storm Patterson and the 33 of Josh Cully, already locked in, so no matter what happens here tonight, they'll race for a championship next Tuesday night. It's Kelvin Mosier going to give way to the 88 of Ball. Ball going to deposit himself now into the 5th spot. Mosier washes up the racetrack. Here comes the 34, Sean Bounty. They'll work their way down the back straightaway. Here at Nashville Superspeedway, Sean Bounty looks to pick up another spot here. Trying to shake the 43, the Sam O'Malley's machine. A bobble out of the 34 car, but not able to capitalize. Was that 43 of Mosier. Gives 6 now to the 34 of Bounty. And Mosier going to lose another spot, maybe 2. As the 5 of Matt Cherry going to work underneath Mosier. Here comes the 66. Of John Garrett. He's going to take a peek and try to move on through. Zachary Kreiser into 39, going to try to do the same as well. While all this was happening, I do apologize. A new leader at the front of the field as Storm Patterson may have some trouble as he has lost 2 spots now. We'll go back and see if we can replay on the pass made. See Diebold working the bottom side. Patterson trying to hold him off. The 09 of Dave Matson had a good run as well. We'll see the pass from Storm Patterson, or the 09 of Dave Matson on Storm Patterson as he went to the bottom of the speedway. Patterson holding on to 3rd right now. Pressure being applied by the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Late to hear the 15. Tresnant not able to make it. Hauler issues. He's joined us on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Roger Debold right now showing the way. 12 of 151 complete. And a half-second lead. Just a little over a half-second for the 38 Dude White's machine. Roger the Bulldozer Debold, who looks to park it in victory lane here tonight and seal his fate and join Josh Cully and Storm Patterson in the championship race at Chicago next Tuesday night. Same time and place. Right here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. Look at the biggest mover we have so far throughout the race. And right now it's the 48 Fort Worth screen printing machine of Brandon Pampatat. He's up 7 spots from the drop of the green flag. A little trouble in qualifying for that 48 machine. Must-win situation for Pampatat, who locked himself into the next round just a few weeks ago, into the round of 8, and had to miss the first race of the round of 8. Put that machine behind the 8 ball, and Storm Patterson's troubles continue. Patterson just bounced off that outside wall. Let's go back and see if we can take a look. It looks like he continues to bounce off the wall. Out of turn number 4. Maybe not any contact. Definitely got it going down into 1. See if we can get the camera on the 6 car, as he has fell all the way back to the 13th position after leading the first 7 laps here tonight. Roger Debold, your leader, 16 complete. It'll be Dave Matson in that second spot. Josh Ball rides third. Fourth will be Raymond Rittenauer. Rounding out the top 5, it'll be the 5 of Matt Cherry. John Garrett rides 6th. Kelvin Mosier 7th. 8th will be Sean Downey. Sawyer Ott in 9th. And rounding out your top 10, it'll be the 39 car of Zachary Chrysler. And Sawyer Ott gets by the Sean Downey machine while we were reading that off to you. Ott now right where he started tonight. Saw he had some trouble before the green flag fell. Steering issue. That car bounced off the outside retaining wall before the green flag was displayed. It looks like he has got the machine under him so far, as he has worked his way back up to the 8th spot after falling to 11th early on in the running. And we've got one already on pit road. It'll be the 6 car, Storm Patterson. He'll come to the attention of his crew. Storm Patterson's troubles continue here. 18 laps in, and Patterson already on pit lane. So look at your top 2 right there. And caution flag waves. Possibly for the 48 car, Pampatat. Oh, Pampatat down into the grass here. Here comes the replay. Oh, tried to stay off of that 34 of Bounty and got into the 32 of Dan Half to bring out the first caution of the night. So, with the first caution of the night coming out here, lap 20 of the 151 are up on the scoreboard. We'll see what we see on pit road. Who decides to make the move to pit road? 88 of Josh Ball will be the first car down pit lane. There's your drivers on pit lane. Alrighty, as they run right now, it's Roger D. Bolt, still your leader, Dave Matson. Raymond Rittenauer, Kelvin Mosier, Matt Cherry, your top five. Waiting on the one to go signal. Lights have been extinguished around the racing surface. Lights out on top of the pace car. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here momentarily. Roger Debold, 15 laps, led tonight. Green flag back in the air. 38 car. Roger Debold shoots out like a rocket ship over the 89, over the 09 of Dave Matson. At 87, Raymond Rittenauer trying to fend off a charge from the 35 and 43. Mosier on the outside. 87 Rittenauer shuts the door. 35 of Sawyer Ott trying to take a peek there And don't look now. Here comes the Wilson Farm CRT, small engine repair. That'll be the 33 car of Josh Cully. Oh, getting tight right here. 3 wide, look out. And they all make it out of the corner. Oh, Sawyer Ott going to get the worst end of the deal. He'll lose some spots. Josh Ball working through their car, disappearing and reappearing. Oh, man, it's getting stacked up here. Right around this 8th spot on back. And now they're going to dive in it one more time as well. Oh, big run for Sean Bounty. And nowhere to put it. That race car on the move. And hindering right in the way was that 43 machine. Now the 80 of Josh Ball working the back deck lid of the Bounty Hunter. 34 of Sean Bounty. We've seen a lot of big runs here in the corners. And nowhere for some of these guys to put these race cars. 27 laps in. And these guys are racing it out inside the top 10. 3 wide once again back here. Matt Cherry. Oh, a bobble out of that 34. Here comes the 89 of Matt Quick. Closes quickly. On that 34, Sean Bounty. He's going to lose 2 spots right here, but he's charging back on the outside. And a lot of accordion effect happening in these corners. Some guys getting big runs, guys bobbling in the corner, having to get off the gas. Here goes John Garrett, looks to the inside of the 89. Tags him. Oh, man, look out. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. He squeezed through there. Here we go. Caution out for the 2nd time tonight. We'll see what happened again. No room for John Garrett. Garrett gets into the 89, 87 of Rittenauer. Heavy on the binders. And we'll go back under the yellow flag once again. Here with 29 complete. There's Roger DeBow to pick up the pace car. We're going to take a quick second. We're going to step away. We'll be right back. Live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network, Nashville Superspeedway, Hale Designs 200. Welcome back to Nashville. Roger DeBow going down pit lane. Turn the lead over to Dave Matz, and he'll be followed by Josh Cully, Josh Ball, Sean Bounty, Zachary Kreiser, your top 5. Field going to double up behind the iRacing.com pace car. And we'll go back to green here in next time by. field, doubled up. You'll have the 09 jumps back on the loud pedal. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Down into turn number 1. It's going to be the 09 of Dave Matson. Oh, look out. Josh Cully going to save it and then get tagged again by the 34 and saves it again. Josh Cully, a madman. On the speedway, got bounced twice and somehow keeps it on the racetrack. And here goes a bid for the lead. 88 of Josh Ball will take the top spot. The 09 of Dave Matson back to second. Here comes Zachary Kreiser in the third spot. And a Sirius XM 39 machine. Matthew Welsenbach up to the fourth spot. Sean Bounty will try to move in. Dave Matson starting to fall big time here. 32 of Dan Half. Going to look underneath. Here comes the 48 of Brandon Papatat. Car, Josh Ball, your leader. Zachary Kreiser right in the second spot, lap 35. On the board. Matthew Welsenbach up to that third spot. Good run for the Welsenbach machine. Brandon Papatat. We talked about him being the biggest mover in the race earlier. As that continues, started tonight 19th, fell back to the 20th spot. He's drove it up to the 6th position. 13 spots, another guy. 13 spots, started tonight 16th. He rides third. That's Matthew Welsenbach. Josh Ball continues to lead right now, but the 39 of Zachary Kreiser is within striking distance. Car length and a half maybe now as they work off corner number 4. As he tries to close the gap. Josh Ball just led his 4th lap of the night. Zachary Kreiser looking to spoil the show for some of these playoff drivers and snag a playoff win here at Nashville Superspeedway. Talk about the biggest movers in the race. Let's not forget the biggest losers so far. 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. Started tonight in the 4th position. He's marred back in 18th. Storm Patterson. We saw his troubles very well documented. And here is the 6th of Storm Patterson. Currently scored in the 14th position. 13 spots back. Coming up on the end of stage number 1, Zachary Kreiser is staying within touch of that 88 Red Bull machine of Josh Ball. There's a look at Roger Debold, who led 21 laps as the white flag of the stage comes out. Roger Debold now riding in the 20th spot. Keep an eye on that machine. As the 88 Ball going to work down the back straightaway. We'll exit corner number 4. Green and checker in the air. 10th place. 10th place, crossing the line to be Brian Workman. So with Josh Ball, Zachary Kreiser, Matthew Wilsabach, Sean Bounty, Brendan Papatat, Dan Half, John Garrett, Kelvin Moser, Josh Cully, Brian Workman, your top 10 at the end of stage number 1. Six straight stage wins for Josh Ball in that 88 machine. There's one for your stat book. All try to turn those stage wins into checkered flags at the end. Because right now, that's the one that counts. But nonetheless, those stage points are what's helping him stay in the lead for the championship. 3 points over Sean Bounty coming into tonight. Check pit road. Oh, Zach Kreiser and Kreiser might have won it off of pit road. Maybe Sean Bounty got him by a hair. Sean Bounty going to win the race off of pit road. We'll get you exactly where the running is in just a few moments so everything gets settled out. Looking for, we got it, the one to go signal right here. Your leader, Zachary Kreiser, he'll take the inside on this restart. I'll put Sean Bounty to his outside, row number 2. Brendan Papatat to his outside, and super clean 32 of Dan Half. Row number 3 on the inside, 88 Josh Ball, stage 1 winner. To his outside, 31 will be Matthew Wilsonbach. Kelvin Moser and Josh Kelly in row number 4. Row 5, John Garrett, Storm Patterson. Row 6, Sawyer Ott and Matt Quick. Pace car off. And the loud pedal mashed in the field back to life for the 39 of Zachary Chrysler. Chrysler having a great run so far here tonight. Started in 11th, slipped back to the 15th spot. He's now led 3 laps and currently your leader here on lap 46. Brandon Papatat up into that runner-up spot. Must-win situation for the 48 car. He looks to park it in victory lane and continued a storied season as a rookie here in the Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series. And if you don't join us on Monday night, let me give you a little bit of feedback. That is our Athens screen printing Rush Series, a feeder series to our Premier Series here. Brandon Papatat, a rookie in that league as well, picked up the championship in his rookie season. Oh, a little bumper shot from the 33 of Cully, the 88 of Josh Ball. So far, there goes a move around the 33, just as I took my eyes off of the screen. So far, none of the top 2 series have been swept by a single driver championship-wise this season. Big, bold move. Here comes the 33 of Josh Cully. He'll move to the outside of the 48 of Brandon Papatat. Now he'll move to the inside. He'll make it a bid for the lead here in the front straightaway. Here comes John Garrett and the 6 of Storm Patterson. Those 2 cars on the move. Oh, Patterson looking to make in between what was your top 2. Now that top 3, totally different new leader, Josh Cully. He'll be followed by the Reese's 66 of John Garrett. Storm Patterson rides 3rd. Papatat now 4th. Man, those 3 cars right there came on like a rocket ship, and around the 2 leaders they went. Josh Cully out maybe 2.5 car lengths. Oh, closing now. John Garrett with a big run to the back bumper of that 33. Cully looked like he may have had a little bit of trouble working and navigating turn number 4. But what lead he had now swandered down to about half a car length as he exit turn number 2. And roared down the back straightaway here at Nashville Superspeedway. Battle for the lead. Garrett goes down low. He'll wash up the speedway. That'll take the momentum away. Here comes Storm Patterson. He'll work to the inside. Patterson now 2nd place. As Garrett had to get on the binders to avoid contact with the 33. Cully had to go up the racetrack as well. We're 52 laps into a 51 lap affair here tonight. Cully already ticket actually the top 2. Already going to battle next week at Chicago for a championship. At the end of tonight, 2 more guys will join them. As Patterson does a little crossover move down the back straightaway. He'll dive to the bottom in turn number 3. Cully trying to charge on that outside. They'll be side by side on the exit. Patterson looking to get the run off the bottom. He'll actually lead this lap, but can he shut the door? And 66 of Garrett now looking underneath as Patterson goes to the lead. Took him a while to get back there after falling back to the 20th spot. And now he's back where he started, trying to hold off Cully and Garrett. Sawyer Otts worked his way up to the 4th position. He'll have Matt Cherry and Josh Ball in tow. Josh Ball outside the top 5 looking in. Pampatat having trouble as he washes back on the speedway as well. Josh Cully actually led the last time by, but Storm Patterson makes a charge back underneath. Here comes Garrett for the 2nd spot. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway. They roll down into turn number 3. New 2nd place car. That'll be John Garrett in the 66 car, who looks to have loaded in the wrong paint scheme tonight. Normally in his footwear screen printing colors. Top 3 on the breakaway right now. Almost a 2-second gap. From Josh Cully. Back to Sawyer Ott. Or 2-second gap back from your leader, I should say. 58 laps on the board. Patterson now has led his 11th lap of the night. Take a look at the fastest lap of the race. The 09 of Dave Matson, which came on lap number 5 at a 29.971. Last time by for your leader, a 30.744. That'll give you an example of the difference in the speed of the fastest time and what the car's currently running at the moment. Storm Patterson, your leader. Josh Cully slipping back a little. 2.5 seconds back now from your leader is Cully. And 35 of Ott. Holding on to the 4th spot, trying to run down Cully. And the top 2 with 60 complete. Matt Cherry rising to 5th spot. Kelvin Mosier 6th. 7th will be Paul Smith. Josh Ball 8th. Dave Matson 9th. We're rounding out that top 10. It'll be Justin White. Roger Debold back on the charge on the outside looking in. He currently rides in the 11th spot. Matt Quick in 12th. 13th will be Matthew Wells and Bob Pampatat in 14th. Dan Half 15th. 16th will be Raymond Rittenauer. 17th place is 16 with Alex Little. Zachary Kreiser, Sean Bounty, Brian Workman round out your top 20. Kreiser fell back to the 18th spot, the lowest he's been tonight. He has had 6 laps led here tonight. Back up front, your leader, Storm Patterson, right where he started off tonight. Oh, a big wiggle out of turn number 4 for the 66 car of Garrett. That'll allow the 33 of Cully to now move into that runner-up spot. Sawyer Ott has lost 2 spots to Matt Cherry and Kelvin Mosier. He's now back into the 6th position. 63 laps down. Make it 64 and 17 laps led for the 6th of Patterson. Last last week winner from Sonoma. Cully trying to run that 6 machine back down. Cully led 5 laps. Cully started in the 17th spot, fell back to 19th, and drove his way back up to the front. Now he's made his way into that 2nd spot, trying to close in on your leader. We spoke earlier about the point situation. Josh Ball, your leader, 3 points over Sean Downey. Next 2 guys locked in. Roger Diebold comes in 35 points out. In the 5th spot, Sawyer Ott, 48 points out in 6th. Brendan Papatat, 60 points out in 7th. Matt Quick, 8 points for 8th. 67 points out. Roger Diebold, Sawyer Ott, Brendan Papatat, Matt Quick, pretty much in a must-win situation. Top 2 right now are locked in. A 23-point swing on the night. Kelvin Mosier now going to make a move to the inside of Garrett. Garrett way wide on the speedway. He's going to shorten up on him here on the front straightaway. He keeps that car off of the outside retaining wall for the time being. Garrett gonna be under fire once again from the 5 now. The Valvoline machine of Matt Cherry. A little bobble on the exit of turn number 2. Power put back down. He'll make the pass at the end of the back stretch. Cherry now up to 4th. Move Garrett back to 5th. Take a look at Josh Ball, who led 10 laps tonight and won stage 1. He's marred back in the 9th spot, trying to hold on to a top 10. 70 of 151 in the books. Make it 71 this time by for Storm Patterson. He'll lead his 24th lap of the night. Kelvin Mosier now trying to close in on that 33 of Cully. Oh, 5 of Matt Cherry coming down pit road. Cherry gonna give up a top 5 spot and come pit side. Only car this lap to take the pit road advantage. The pit road. There's the gap between 1st and 2nd. Storm Patterson's still your leader. Cherry on and off pit road. Everybody out around 29 to 30 laps since they've last been on pit lane. If you're tuned in, watching live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network, we appreciate you joining us. Let us know who you're pulling for. As the 33 of Cully, down pit road he comes. Here on lap 75. Josh Kelly will give up the runner-up spot and come down pit lane for service. That'll turn second place over to Kelvin Mosier in at Sam O'Malley's 43 machine. Alex Little on pit road. Dan Half, Sean Bounty both come down pit lane. They'll come to attention to their crew. Out of turn number 4, 77 laps now on the board. 30 laps led for Storm Patterson. Big lead right now for Storm Patterson. 3-second gap back to the 09 of Dave Matson, who runs in that second spot. There's a swap of position for John Garrett. He'll move to third, put fourth place car back to the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Matt Cherry working his way back up through, trying to get his lap back. After he pitted 5 laps ago. He'll start making his way back through the field here. So far, Josh Kelly, Matt Cherry, Alex Little, Sean Bounty, Dan Half, all coming down pit lane. .81 laps on the board. .69 laps to go. John Garrett running in second. Paul Smith rides in third. Sawyer Ott fourth. Dave Matson fifth. Kelvin Mosier in the sixth spot. Matt Quick seventh as they go. They battle here for the sixth spot. Give it to Matt Quick. Raymond Rittenauer in the eighth spot. Justin White Knight, and Josh Ball rounds out the top 10, 84. Complete. Paul Smith, Dave Matson on pit road along with Zachary Kreiser and Matthew Wilson-Bach. .42 laps on the set of tires. Sawyer Rock going to come down pit lane. Here comes your leader, Storm Patterson, on the binders. He'll come to the attention of his crew here on lap 85. Matt Quick, John Garrett, Sawyer Rock come down pit lane. Matt Quick inherits the lead here on lap 86. Storm Patterson in the box. Brandon Pampatat has made his way on and off the pit road now. Patterson down and away. 5.7 second stop for Patterson. Your leader as they ride right now with 87 laps complete. Matt Quick, Raymond Rittenauer, Kelvin Moser, Justin White, Josh Ball, your top 5. Coming up on the closing laps of the end of stage number 2, your leader, Matt Quick, will put lap 89 on the board. Cars that stopped earlier making their way around the leader to unlap themselves. Josh Cully has re-entered the top 10. He pitted 14 laps ago. Matt sticking his lap back. Raymond Rittenauer on pit road. End of stage number 2, Matt Quick, Kelvin Moser, Josh Ball, Justin White, Roger DeBold, Josh Kelly, Storm Patterson, Matt Cherry, John Garrett, Sean Bounty. Your top 10. Get everything sorted out. We'll be right back. Ready for the restart. Green flag back in the air. Kelvin Mosier, your leader, he'll bring us across the stripe. Josh Kelly will move into that second spot. Third now will be Storm Patterson. Justin White rides fourth. Garrett and the 12 of Paul Smith. Fifth. Way up the racetrack on the exit turn number 4. They'll give the spot to John Garrett in that 66 car. Garrett now going to try to work outside of that 28 of Justin White. White going to hold him off now as they ride off into turn number 3. Here comes the bid for the lead. Josh Cully to the inside of Kelvin Mosier. Out of corner number 4, drive off to the bottom for Mosier. They'll cross the stripe. Cully credited with the lead. And he'll try to clear him down into turn number 1 and 2. He'll get it. Mosier tries to pull in and block off the charge of the 6th Storm Patterson at V-Speed Fort Worth screen printing machine. Palace Trade on the side of that car as well. Bossman of Fort Worth screen printing, John Garrett in that 66. Riding in that 4th spot. Justin White rounds out your top 5. Oh, big run there for the 43 of Mosier. Cully going to have to fend him off. Crossover move. It's going to be 3 wide into turn number 3. Not how I planned it to go or how I thought it would go, but it was 3 wide, but with the wrong 3 cars that I thought were going to do it. Nonetheless, John Garrett will come out of that squabble and deposit himself into the runner-up position as he closes in with a car length and a half on the back deck lid of the 33 of Cully. Cully, Garrett, Patterson, Mosier, Bounty now your top 5. Sean Bounty making his way back up in here after dropping back to the 20th spot. He's yet to lead a lap here tonight, and he would love to lead the last one. 101 of 151 complete. Matt Cherry riding in that 6th spot. Dan Half rides 7th, Paul Smith 8th, Sawyer Ott 9th. Justin White has failed to the 10th position. Roger Diebold on the move. He'll look to join the top 10 as well here in that 38 machine. Roger Diebold led 21 laps tonight. But your current leader, he's led 10. Make it 11 this time by for Josh Cully at Wilson Farms, CRT, Small Engine Repair, Chevrolet Camaro. Already locked into the championship race next Tuesday night from Chicagoland Speedway. We are just 1 week away from crowning a Season 7 Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series champion. Excitement is going to come down next Tuesday night. Chicagoland and the Iron Thunder Racing Network is going to be the place to be, where you can find out who wants to be the Season 7 champion. Cully right now being hunted down by that 66 Tyler, Texas native of John Garrett. Storm Patterson, Fort Worth Screen Printing V-Speed, 6 Chevrolet riding in the 3rd spot. Kelvin Mosier in 4th. Sean Bounty rounds out the top 5. Patterson goes to the runner-up spot. Mosier trying to look underneath the 66. He'll put that Sam O'Malley's 43 machine side by side at the line for the 3rd spot. Garrett up the racetrack. Here comes Sean Bounty. He's going to throw his name into the hat as well. Third, 4th, 5th, and we'll throw the 6th place of Matt Cherry in there. Can just about throw a blanket over those 4 race cars. Top 6 cars now broke away from Dan Half. Dan Half, you see the gap between he and the 5 of Matt Cherry. Pampatat and the 39 of Zachary Kreiser. Both down a lap to the leader. Garrett has lost at 3rd position now. He's under fire from Sean Bounty and Matt Cherry both as they battle each other behind the 66 machine. Continue to watch this battle for that 4th position. That kind of settles it out. There is the battle for the Lucky Dog, 48 and 32. And the 32, Dan Half drives her off into turn number 3. Ampetat not going to go away as they fight for the lucky dog position. And there I go again this week, calling it the lucky dog, the free pass position. First car 1 lap down gets the free pass around the field and will then become the last car on the lead lap if and when there is a caution. But enough of that. That battle starts to fade just a little bit. There is a look at the top 3. Cully, Storm Patterson, Kelvin Mosier, Matt Cherry, Sean Bounty, your top 5. John Garrett, Roger Debo, Dan Half, Dave Matson, Justin White round out the top 10. 112 with a 151 complete here tonight. 20 laps led by Josh Cully. It's 38 laps left. .38 laps to go here for the 33 of Josh Cully. Sporting the Wilson Farms and CRT Small Engine Repair on the side of that machine tonight. Good look at your leader there off of turn number 4. Top 3 on a breakaway. You see the gap back here. That battle for the 4th position. Sean Bounty and the 5 of Matt Cherry going to work on each other. Side by side races of the past 2 laps now. Continue to duke it outside. Contact now. 34, Bounty slid up just a little bit on the 5 of Cherry. Cherry going to use it to his advantage. He'll drop by on the outside. Roger Debold going to play the strategy move. Here he comes. Lap 116 on the board. Hang on to her, Roger Debold. He'll come to the attention of his crew. Josh Cully continues to lead. Storm Patterson, Kelvin Mosier, your top 3. Paul Smith going to follow follow Roger Debold. He'll bring his Cosmic Motorsports Ally Bank 12 to pit lane, along with Brian Workman in the 74 car. Laps ticking away here at Nashville Superspeedway. You're watching the Iron Thunder Racing Network. This is the Hale Designs 200. Roger Debold going to throw everything he can at it tonight. A must-win situation for that 38 Dude White machine if he wants to participate in the championship next Tuesday night. Top 2 right there already have punched their ticket. '88 of Josh Ball on the 34 with Sean Bounty look to fill the other 2 spots via pointing their way in if they're not able to pick up the win here tonight. They are in a point position to do so. However, that 38 of Roger Debold is in a must-win situation, along with Sawyer Ott, as well as Matt Quick, and Brendan Papatat. Matt Cherry peeling off of the speedway to head down pit road. He'll take his Valvoline machine to the attention of his crew. Lap 120 on the board. Paul Smith, yellow out. Right here on the front straightaway. Paul Smith around in, pointing in the wrong direction, trying to get that car turned around. Roger Debo looks like he's going to pick up the free pass as he blew by the 39 and 48. Well, look at your leader on pit road, right side or up. Going around, working on the left. Who's going to win the race off pit road? Here comes Kelvin Mosier. Storm Patterson going to get it. Kelvin Mosier, Dave Matson, Justin White, Sean Bounty, Josh Ball. We'll take a quick second. We'll be right back. Caution out with 124 complete. Lights out around the racetrack. coming back to the green flag. This time by Storm Patterson, Kelvin Mosier on that front row. Green flag back in the air. Storm Patterson smashes on the loud pedal one more time. Oh, 9 of Dave Matson finishing off the rest of the field. He'll roll into turn number 3 in the second spot. Third, Kelvin Mosier. Sean Downey fourth. Fifth right now, the moment, the 28 car of Justin White. 88 of Josh Ball. And John Garrett. Momentarily battle for that spot, but John Garrett pulls out ahead. "25 laps to go. This time bound for Storm Patterson, looking to go back to back in as many weeks. See Dave Matson sporting the yellow banner. He did not make it into the round of 8. Unfortunately for Matson. But hey, he would love to spoil it for everybody else and pick up playoff victory here. 1 week away from a championship. Roger Diebold got the lucky dog on that last caution. He's worked himself into the 9th position, just inside the top 10. Going to be an interesting watch these next 23.5 laps. Storm Patterson set to lead his 48th lap of the night. Cully back up to the 7th spot. Right now, everybody content riding single file, not much to cover. There you go. Didn't even notice Sam Green snuck in on us. Here goes the battle for that second spot, starting to shape up. Dave Matson under fire from Kelvin Mosier. 17 laps left. This time high, Mosier looks to the inside. Matson trying to hold him off. Sean Downey waiting on either one to make a mistake so he can capitalize on that Bounty Hunter Toyota Camry. Matson able to hold off the charge for the time being. Matson has led 3 laps tonight. Started second. Found his way back in the 19th position. Raced his way back up through the field. He currently runs in that second spot. Through the top 10. Roger Debold trying to stay inside the top 10. Here comes Matt Cherry looking underneath. And just ahead, your points leader, the 88 of Josh Ball. Currently running in the 9th spot. Here goes that battle for second once again. Kelvin Mosier on the inside, Matson on the outside. Matson holds them off one more time. 12 laps to go for Storm Patterson. Patterson taking that battle and able to pull away from Matson. Josh Kelly, 66 of John Garrett, make contact out of turn number 4. Garrett bounces off the outside wall. They both keep it pointed in the right direction. And we continue on. No harm, no foul. Justin White works underneath Sean Bounty. He'll pick up the 4th spot. 10 laps to go. Storm Patterson, your leader, Dave Matson, Kelvin Mosier. Justin White, Sean Bounty to top 5. Josh Kelly, John Garrett, Josh Ball. Sawyer, Matt Cherry round out the top 10 with 10 to go. Justin White, your biggest mover in the race so far. Started 20th. He's up 16 spots from the drop of the green flag. Patterson, your leader. Dave Matson running in the second spot. Trying to reel in that Fort Worth Screen Printing V Speed Palace Trade. 6 Camaro of Storm Patterson. Trying to hold off the field. And look to go back-to-back wins 2 weeks in a row. He'll have 7 more laps to do it. Justin White continues his charge through the field. He's now picked up that 3rd spot from Kelvin Mosier. Matson trying to close as they'll come out of turn number 4. 5 fingers down from the flag stand. 5 laps to go. Matson right there, ready to pounce on any mistake out of that 6th car. That car, Welsenbach, on newer tires. Are going to look to run by your leader with 4 laps to go. Welsenbach a clear leader down the back straightaway. Hindered the 6th car just a bit. 09 of Matson took a swipe down into turn number 3. Patterson shuts the door. Oh, big hard hit for Matson. He might have pushed too hard on the exit of turn number 4. That car had a hard hit on the outside retaining wall. That's opened up that gap between he and Patterson. Justin White trying to capitalize and reel in the Navy Amsoil machine of Matson. Patterson still able to hold on to the top spot. Out of turn number 4, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 to go for Storm Patterson. Matson able to recover and maintain the distance between he and 3rd place of Justin White. Kelvin Mosier holding on to 4th for the moment. Josh Kelly looking to make a charge to the inside as they dive off into turn number 3. Kelly to the inside, Mosier to the outside. White flag in the air for Storm Patterson. 1 more trip around at Nashville Superspeedway. Put together these next few corners. He'll go back to back. Out of turn number 4, Hale Designs 200, Storm Patterson, your winner. Dave Matson, Justin White, Josh Cully. He'll be the first back-to-back winner since Josh Cully led off the season with 2 wins. Great race by these drivers tonight. Hats off to all these guys. We're putting on a great show tonight here at Nashville Superspeedway. And we'll hear from the top three in just a moment. One more. Look to get Storm Patterson in the booth. Looking for him in the Discord. We'll give him a second before we bring up Justin White. I know he's in the Discord somewhere. There, he's in there. Somehow, some way. Let's bring up the 28 car of Justin White. Get that. Joining me up in the booth now, the driver of that 28 machine of Justin White. Started tonight off in the 20th position and major charge through the field here tonight. Good race here for the Hale Designs 200 at Nashville Superspeedway. Hopefully it was as fun in the car as it was for us up in the booth.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. This is probably my first race here with this any car at all. I mean, I've run some laps here for setups and whatnot, but as for an actual race, this is my real first racing laps here. The biggest thing was just saving that right front, hoping everybody burned it up, and trying to keep it off the wall and stay clean.
Yeah, early in the race we saw a lot of guys get these big runs. Some of it was from maybe the guy in front of them slipping up just a little bit. We did see quite a few runs that just seemed to come out of thin air.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of swings in the track. Once you got to a certain point with the fuel load that we have, once it burned off, it was like all of a sudden the car got really, really snug tight. It's like that spooler got shoved up in the air, and at that point you were taken off to the wall. At certain points, if you weren't braking enough, I had to put a lot of rear brake in this thing. I think I was probably all the way up when we started the run, and at the very end of the run, I had it all the way down to like 44%. So that was the big thing, is when the fuel burns off and the tires get a little heat in them, it goes really, really tight. I know off turn 4 there was a little bump, and I think that was hitting the diffuser on the early part of the run, because you're carrying so much speed, and you would get loose, you do in a 4-wheel slide. But after the first 5 or 6 laps, it really didn't matter at that point.
All righty, man. I tell you what, it's been a fun one tonight, and appreciate you racing with us, and congratulations on a podium finish, and hopefully can carry some momentum in the next week. We look forward to getting to the championship race. Congratulations once again.
Yep, appreciate it. I want to shout out to you for broadcasting. Shout out to the admins of this league. I know they go through a lot to keep this thing rolling. Shout out to my sponsor, Grinds. They help me quit tobacco. I'm going to tout them and sing their praises every day, so I don't dip anymore. If you got a problem with nicotine or whatever, and it comes down to dipping, look at Grinds. It's coffee pouches. It's nicotine free, and it can help you kick the habit. So with that, I appreciate you.
All righty, man. Have a good one. All right, that was the 28 car of Justin White. Let's bring up in the booth Dave Matson joining us. Had a little, excuse me 1 second. must not wet the whistle good enough there. Had a lap car come up there in the late stages of the race there, and you were able to take a swipe at going for that win. Just couldn't quite get to Storm Patterson like you needed to, and but nonetheless you're able to hold on for a solid P2 spot there.
Yeah, we had a good car, and we were taking care of the tires. And yeah, the lap car did kind of throw a little bit of a wrench in there where we lost a little position because I was just getting ready to pounce right there, and then so that happened. So we got back up in there, and then we came off turn 4, and I just right when I had my run, I got into his dirty air, and I got a bad push, and you know that's just the way it is. I mean, congrats to Storm. We were there at the end, and we made sure that we ran a good race all night. So, the U.S. Navy AMSOIL car was really good.
I tell you, it was definitely a fun race to watch up here in the booth. We talked with Justin. We talked about these runs we saw early in the race that, looks like guys just runs would just come up out of thin air, so to speak. We saw some that came from drivers, maybe a little bobble here and there, but to me, it looked like these cars were really fun to drive.
Oh yeah, I mean, they've made improvements on them. They're a lot more stable, and the cars actually are. At the beginning of the season, they were a nightmare. They were just a nightmare. You really had to have an egg underneath your throttle in order to come off the corners. And now they're actually fun to drive. They're really good, but you got to save some tires. Here tonight, that first run we made on the first stage, we did not make a good decision on how to save tires because we were bad and we fell like a rock. So we learned from that, and coming into that second stage, well, yeah, we were starting toward the back, and we made our way back up, but we had to make a pit stop for fuel, and I think we still got some stage points, but it set us up for the final stage of learning what this track wanted from you and how you had to drive it.
Most definitely, and I tell you, it's been a fun season. We got one more race to end out season 7. Looking forward to it, and I know you are as well, man. Congratulations on that runner-up spot, and M&M Motorsports 1 and 2 here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks. We're going to be pushing Storm for that championship, and hopefully that M&M will coming out for their second Cup Series championship, and Storm his first. So we're looking forward to it. Thank you for broadcasting. Thanks for ITRL for putting on the series. Been fun.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
Dave Matson in the 09. Let's bring up tonight's winner. Driver of that 6V Speed Fort Worth screen printing machine. Back to back. Only other driver to do it, Josh Cully. And you two drivers go in to that race for the championship. And one of you got a big mo on your back.
Oh my God, Grissom, that was so fun. Yeah, that's 2 in a row. Kind of the same situation. I folded under pressure there at the beginning of the race last week too, and drove. We ran a really good strategy. We ended up saving an extra set, which didn't really matter, but it's always good to have that extra play card in your pocket whenever you need it. But yeah, no, tonight was super fun. Really excited going into the championship race next week. I don't think we could have started our run, our championship run off better than at the 2 months ago whenever playoffs started. And we've had a lot of good finishes, a lot of second places, and a lot of first places too, I guess. So that's something new, and it's a nice feeling. So yeah, we'll go into next week with a good feeling for the championship.
Yeah, the key word of the night, especially from this top 3, and I noticed it during the race, man. It just seemed like these things were fun to drive. It was definitely fun to watch, and I know you touched on that, and getting M&M 1 and 2 there, and I know the rest of your teammates are going to look and do everything they can do to help you pick up your Premier Series championship next week. But you got some heavy hitters to hold off. Those other 3 guys are going to be gunning for you. But man, it's going to be an exciting end to what seems like, it started out to be a long year, but once these race cars got a little bit better for you drivers, the drivers adapted to them as well. Man, it's shaping up to be a great ending.
Yeah, for sure. These cars are completely different than what they were. The new build came out a few days ago or a few weeks ago, and the cars drive completely different. I tell you what, that boy Matson was putting it on him tonight. He was scaring me there at the end. He just got a really bad aero push and nabbed the wall, but man, all the M&M cars are really good tonight. Very proud of everyone. Also got to give a shout out to Elijah and Cavill on top of the box. We don't usually do that for this league, and it was fun. Haven't done that in a while. It was fun to hang out with those guys and have them make calls for us. And yeah, man, I'm just ecstatic. Like I haven't had this fun in iRacing in a while, so it's real nice to kind of feel rejuvenated a little bit. And we seem to have some pretty good pace with this car, so hopefully we can bring it to Phoenix, or we go to Chicago. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Chicago then. Yeah, like I said, I'm just ecstatic. All our cars did really good tonight. Really good calls by Elijah, and it was good. Like, this was easily a top 10 race for me in this league, and it was just fun.
Alrighty, man. Well, good luck, and we'll try to catch up with the top 4 next week before practice is over, and get what the word is on the street, and get how you guys are feeling leading up to the race. Congratulations once again on the Hale Designs 200 from Nashville Superspeedway, and we'll look to speak to you next week.
For sure, thank you. Just want to shout out before I get out of here. Fort Worth Screen Printing, of course. John always is a big supporter of mine. V-Speed, PPM, Mon Automotive. Like I said, the boys on top of the box. Yeah, it was just fun, and I appreciate it. You for broadcasting too. Yeah, we'll head off to Chicago, and hopefully we can have a rebound for a few years ago and get a championship here.
Alrighty, man. We'll see you in Chicago.
Yes, sir. You can count on it.
Alrighty, your Hale Designs 200 from Nashville Superspeedway champion, back-to-back weeks, 2 weeks in a row. Storm Patterson, your winner. Dave Matson, Justin White, Josh Cully, Kelvin Moser, your top 5. Josh Ball, Sean Downey, Sawyer Ott, Raymond Rittenauer, John Garrett will round out the top 10. Tune in next Tuesday night. Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series Championship will go down, and we'll talk to that top 4 before qualifying. Hopefully we'll come on air just a little early and get the inside scoop from the Championship 4 drivers. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. From Nashville, good night, everybody.